the forbidden texts of Jesus about other worlds, the hidden truth about parallel realities after death. Shocking revelation. Shock. What if death is fake, and Jesus revealed parallel worlds where you already live? The Vatican has been hiding this for 2,000 years because it would destroy the entire control system. Do you believe that after death comes judgment or hell? What if Jesus taught that it's an illusion, and you already exist in a multitude of realities? These words were cut from the Bible, burned, walled up in archives. But in 1945, in the Nag Hammadi desert, a farmer found jars with manuscripts. Scientists in shock, Gnostic Gospels, the most terrifying heresy, ordered to be destroyed along with readers. They survived in the sand. Waiting for you, today I will voice the forbidden. After this, the fear of death will disappear. Ready? Breathe deeper. We're entering a zone forbidden by the Church for 1700 years. The first forbidden teaching, from the Apocryphon of John, one of the Nag Hammadi texts. Jesus appears to the disciples after the crucifixion, not wounded, not suffering, but shining and laughing. The disciples fall to their knees in horror. He says, "Do not think that I am the one you saw on the cross. That was only a shell they could seize. I am the living one who was inside. I never died and will never die." And then he drops the bomb. The world you see is only one of many. It was created by the demiurge, a false god who holds souls captive. But there are other worlds. Pleroma, the divine fullness, where eons exist, eternal realities where the soul returns after freeing from the body. Stop. Feel the shift inside. Death is not the end, but a transition to parallel realities where you already exist as part of God. One paragraph, and the whole system: live in fear, pay tithes, wait for paradise after, crumbles to dust. That's why this book was hidden first. But this is just the beginning. Next, Jesus does something that made the bishops of the 4th century feel their hair stand on end. In the Gospel of Philip, another hidden text, he whispers secrets to Mary Magdalene that he doesn't trust even to Peter. Then he turns to the others and says, "She understood everything I hid from you." Peter explodes, "Why do you love her more than us?" Jesus calmly replies, "Why should I not love the one who knows everything?" And he kisses her on the lips, 3 times in a row, as recorded in the original Coptic text, not on the cheek, as later rewritten on icons, on the lips. Because in ancient times, a kiss on the mouth meant the transmission of spirit, the transmission of gnosis. Mary Magdalene was not a sinner. She was the chief apostle, the one to whom Jesus revealed the truth about other worlds after death. And yet to this day, children are taught that she was a sinner. Someone worked very hard to make us believe that. Now hold on to your chair. There's a line from which I still get chills. The Gospel of Thomas. Saying number 22. The disciples ask, "Lord, when will we see you again? When will we see other worlds?" Jesus replies, "When you remove your garments without shame, trample them underfoot like little children, and cease to fear, then you will see the living one and will not be afraid." This is not about literal undressing. The garments are the shame imposed on us after Adam's fall. Jesus says, "When you cast off shame, guilt, fear of death, you will see other worlds, because they have always been here. Parallel realities where the soul exists beyond the body, like eternal eons of Pleroma. A person without fear and shame cannot be controlled. She will not kneel, will not pay for forgiveness of sins." That's why this line was cut without mercy. And now the most important part, the reason I'm recording this video, the most forbidden teaching of Jesus about death and what comes after. In the Apocryphon of John, a text the Vatican still keeps in a secret archive, Jesus appears after the cross. He is not wounded, not suffering. He shines, laughs, says, "The true crucifixion is your life in this world. When you believe you are only flesh, when you believe death is real, when you believe you are separated from the Father, this is what you must be freed from. Death is an illusion. The body falls like old clothing. And you were never the body. You are light from other worlds that existed before time began and will exist after it ends. You simply return home, not as a sinner to judgment, but as a child, welcomed with open arms. The Gospel of Philip says even sharper, "Those who say, 'Die first, then you will rise,' are wrong. If a person does not receive resurrection in life, then when they die, they will receive nothing." Resurrection is not an event in the future, it is a state now. When you awaken from the dream, "I am only the body," then death becomes a door through which you pass laughing, entering the parallel realities of Pleroma, divine worlds where there is no suffering. Why was all this cut out? In 325 AD, Emperor Constantine convened 318 bishops in Nicaea. His empire was falling apart. He needed one religion to keep people in obedience. He issued an ultimatum: choose 4 gospels that make people obedient, the rest into the fire. And they chose those where Jesus suffers, commands submission and promises paradise only after death, but texts where he says, "You are gods, death does not exist, other worlds are already here," were thrown into the flames along with the people who copied them. Some copies were hidden in the desert in clay jars. For 2,000 years they waited, until 1945, when they were found. Today, all these books are translated into Ukrainian, English, German. Harvard, Oxford, Yale, all have them freely available. You can download them this evening for free. But in churches, you will never hear about them. Because if 1 billion people suddenly understand that other worlds after death are a reality that can be felt now, that shame is a lie, that they are already in Pleroma, then tomorrow the temples will empty, and with them, the bank accounts of those who live off tithes. I know what you're feeling right now. Anger, confusion, maybe fear. That's normal. I went through the same. Couldn't sleep at night, read until dawn, cried like a child, and then felt warmth in my chest, and understood. This is it. This is other worlds. They have always been here. I just didn't notice. Now I'll ask you one question that will turn everything upside down. If Jesus taught that you are eternal, that death is an illusion, that parallel realities after death are a return to God, then who benefits from you spending your whole life afraid to die? Who benefits from your fear, guilt, and constant hope that later it will be better? Here's the final blow. In the Gospel of Thomas, there is a line that people are still afraid to print in full. Jesus says, "Whoever drinks from my mouth will become as I am. I will become him, and all that is hidden will be revealed to him." Drinking from his mouth is not about wine and bread. It is direct transmission, teacher to student, gnosis, the knowledge passed by a kiss, the knowledge now being passed to you through this screen. Felt warmth in your chest? That's not a coincidence. That's him. He is here. Right now. Don't close the video. I'll give you a 2,000-year-old practice still used by closed Christian orders, 3 minutes a day, and you will begin to see what Jesus saw. Close your eyes, place your hand on your heart, and quietly ask within, "Show me other worlds where I already exist," and simply listen to the silence. The answer will not come in words, it will come as warmth, light, expansion. This is resurrection while still alive. This is parallel realities. This is the real you. If this video touched something deep inside you, do 3 things right now. First, watch it again tomorrow morning with a clear mind. Second, download the Apocryphon of John from the link in the description. Third, share this video with at least one person who fears death or has lost someone close, because such secrets are not meant to lie buried in the sand for 2,000 years. They are meant to set people free. Thank you for making it to the end. You are one of those Jesus waited for these 2,000 years. He once said, "I revealed this to those able to receive it." You received it. See you in other worlds, which, by the way, are already here. Light be with you, brother. Light be with you, sister. What if everything you knew about death was only half the story? In this video, you will hear passages from lost Gospels, ancient manuscripts discovered in 1945 near Nag Hammadi. For nearly 17 centuries, these texts were hidden from the world, labeled dangerous and forbidden. In them are teachings attributed to Jesus that never appeared in the official Bible, about the illusion of death, about other worlds already within us, about the true nature of the soul, and about why fear was never meant to control humanity. Whether you see these writings as symbolic, historical, or spiritually profound, they challenge everything we think we know about life, faith, and what awaits beyond this world. This video does not claim to rewrite history. It simply explores ancient texts, translations, and interpretations that have fascinated scholars, theologians, and seekers across the globe. In this video, you will discover why certain teachings were excluded from the canon, what early Christian writers said about death and resurrection, why these ideas were considered too dangerous, and how these ancient words may change your view of life today. Take a deep breath, open your mind, and listen closely. Some truths or possibilities cannot be unheard.